welcome back. And of course, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy, and in this video, I will be giving you a general tarot reading for July 2020, and all you have to do is pick a pile. So this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So go ahead and take a moment now to pick your pile. I will place timestamps down below in the description box of this video, as well as in the comment section, so that way you can just skip right over to your specific tarot reading. If you choose to listen to all 3 readings and just take everything that resonates with you, that works as well. So enjoy, and we'll start with pile number 1. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 1. So as usual, we will start by putting out the 5 psychic tarot cards. And then we'll have the Rider-Waite cards to clarify and your crystal angel card for advice, okay? So let's get going. So for all of you who picked pile number 1, we have intuition, spiritual strength, financial and material changes, discontent and boredom, and temptation. All right, you guys. So I feel as though this month in July, you will be connecting more and more with your intuition. This is because of some type of spiritual practice that, or maybe even an experience you've had in your life that has forced you to kind of build your spiritual strength. So you've actually learned from your own practice or through your life experience how to be more spiritual. All right, so lately you've also experienced some type of financial and material changes, whether you've moved, you've had to sign a contract, got a new job or lost your job, something along those lines. So that situation might have distracted you a little bit because you had your thinking going in other directions. But through it all, you've still been connecting with your own intuition. Okay? Now, in the month of July, there may be times where you're feeling discontent or bored in that path that you've decided to go down. But then that temptation card is simply reminding you that if you ignore the passions of your heart, then you become further engrossed in the things that you don't want. Okay? So it's important for you in the month of July to completely stay connected with your heart. Know what you want and only go for the things that make your heart happy. Okay? All right. So let's clarify. We have the Judgment card here. We have Temperance reversed. We have the 7 of Wands, that's reversed. And also the 8 of Cups. That one is also reversed. All right, so the clarity here is telling me, yes, you've had an awakening. It's been a spiritual type of awakening, because that's why the angel is blowing the trumpet, okay? So yeah, you've had a spiritual awakening, but you're still having trouble to find the inner balance that you think should have come with that type of awakening. Okay, now the reason you're having trouble finding the balance is because you've been inspired to battle it out almost, like contradict. It's almost like you've wanted to contradict people just to push the limits. But it's causing confusion internally for you. And it's actually causing you to ignore and walk away from your emotions that are being presented to you. You don't seem to be connected to that, but it's just because you haven't found that inner balance yet. So once the mental chaos and the outer chaos kind of subsides, you may then feel like it's time to look at that. But right now you just haven't really felt the need. Okay? Now your crystal angel card, it's Rider-Waite. And it says here, spiritual protection. You are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. All right, you guys. So that card, let that be a reminder that you have angels and spirit guides and all of these heavenly beings all around you all of the time. So anytime that you need advice or wisdom, always seek those answers within. All right, you guys, that was your tarot reading for pile number 1. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of the month of July. And I'll see you guys next time. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 2. So, of course, pile number 2 has the 5 psychic tarot cards we'll start with, 4 Rider-Waite cards to clarify, as well as your crystal angel card for advice. So, of course, we're going to start with the 5 psychic tarot cards. Let's get going. All right, you guys, the first card here is Triumph. And we have Truth, Triumphant Success. All right, Choose Wisely. And we have some Material and Spiritual Prosperity. Wow, you guys, this looks like a good positive reading for the month of July for you. So, if you pick pile number 2, you're feeling like there's almost cause for celebration here. You feel like truth is prevailing in a situation in your life where maybe you felt like it was never going to come to light. As you can see here, it's like he's popping out of the ground like he was buried alive. So whatever you thought was buried beneath some type of lie or deceit has now come to light. The truth has won. All right, so month of July, you feel triumphant. And here you are with the central card being Triumph. And he's just kind of riding his horse into the, with his little flag, triumphantly. So you're feeling good about that. You're feeling good about the truth coming out. So now moving forward in July, it's almost like you have more information than you maybe did in the past. So now it's time to really look at things and to choose wisely which direction you want to go with things, okay? So with truth also comes responsibility. So then it's your choice which way to go with that information that you have. But whichever way you choose, I feel like the reason you have the Material and Spiritual Prosperity card is because you're going to make the right choices. Probably because if you get material and spiritual prosperity, it's like you're thinking of the goodness of all concerned. So as long as your choices are aligned with that, you will always get more than you give in return. All right, you guys, now let's clarify that with the Rider-Waite deck. We're starting with the 10 of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, the Page of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Swords. All right, you guys, I feel like right now there's a burden that is being released from you. Maybe it has to do with that truth or whatever you're triumphantly successful at right now. But it's a burden being lifted from you. The Queen of Wands is reversed here, maybe because you haven't really been being superstitious about this or following just your hunch. It's more of a grounded situation than that. And it's more one that you can see in the physical, because then it's followed up with the Page of Pentacles. And so I feel like with this Choose Wisely and then with these cards down here, then the Page of Pentacles might be representing a new journey that you're on when it comes to your work or, what you do to make money and that kind of thing. So, but this change or, this new beginning or this new project that you're going for is causing you to have a major shift or change in your thinking that you were not expecting. It almost feels like you were stabbed in the back. Maybe now that the truth came out, you feel like that's like the change that's happening in your thinking is due to feeling betrayed in some way. But the truth came out, and that's what's important. All right? And that might only resonate with some of you, but it could just also represent a change in your thinking in general, even if it's not tied to that feeling of betrayal, okay? All right, so your crystal angel card for July is Ruby, and the advice here says, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. That is really great advice, especially if you are kind of feeling like the truth has revealed some kind of betrayal. Just know that it's better that you know the truth, because now you can heal. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And hello to all of you who picked pile number 3. So, of course, as usual, we have our 5 psychic tarot cards to begin, and those will be clarified by 4 Rider-Waite cards. And finally, we'll have our crystal angel advice at the end for you. So, of course, let's start with our 5 psychic tarot cards as usual and get this reading going for July 2020. Okay, so we have the Fulfillment of Wishes card, and we have Shadow and Light. Wow. And then we have Hope over here and Solar Plexus chakra. Okay, you guys, this is great. So I feel as though the central card is the Fulfillment of Wishes card. Okay, you guys, that is a great card to have for July 2020. So congratulations to any wish fulfillment that you have. Whether it's something very simple or something complex, it doesn't even matter. Just know that the life that you want is ready for you. You just have to go get it. Okay, so leading up to this, it looks like you've had a chance to kind of be introduced to your own shadow. So something within yourself that was in the darkness is now being introduced to the light. So therefore, something that you were ignorant about yourself or didn't really see in yourself, you're now able to see that, whether it was shown to you through the actions of someone else or by your own. But either way, that has brought you to this place of light where you have so much more awareness, so much more self-awareness, okay? And that self-awareness is helping you to understand what exactly you do want in your life, because you can't really fulfill any of your wishes unless you know really what those wishes are. And how many of us really know our deepest desires, or do we only scratch the surface? That's something to think about. All right, so in July, it seems this new awareness that you have for yourself, though, after facing something dark within you, has brought you into a new level of hope. So I feel like the hope card is like very optimistic, because this hope is like, you don't even have to see the outcome because you're already visualizing it. You already see it coming and manifesting. And this hope is actually adding to your personal power. You feel more powerful. You feel more like a creator. You feel like what you're doing matters. Okay? Let's clarify that with these Rider-Waite cards, you guys. We have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Then we have Queen of Pentacles. And we have the reversed Tower. All right, you guys. So it looks as though this clarity here is telling us whatever you're attaining within yourself can also be shared with others, okay? So you want to be careful not to just hold everything in and not apply it to the life outside. Because with the 4 of Pentacles being reversed, I just kind of feel like there's this sense of like, you don't want to let it go. You don't want to reveal it. the pentacles are being held tightly around his solar plexus. He's got one under each foot and one on the crown of his head. So he's keeping this all well contained. He's not sharing it with the world or the city behind him. It's almost like he's keeping it all to himself. So, that would just lead to the same energy coming out to you. So just remember, whatever energy you give to the world is the same that you will receive from the world. So whatever you have received, be willing to give it as well. Because if you only want to hoard it, you're not going to receive the same good fortune that you always have. But because of the optimism and hope that you have for the future, you are definitely visualizing and building something great for yourself. It's almost like, I don't know, I feel like there's some new growth under her feet in this card, and she's definitely focusing on the pentacle. So she's focusing on the outcome that she wants, and it's beginning to grow. So just keep going with that. Keep the hope alive. And then we have the Tower card is reversed over here. So there might be an impending disaster. Whatever comes will come. It seems with this card being reversed, you're doing everything that you can to avoid any type of, unwanted changes in your life. But you're just going to have to relax only a little and realize that there are some changes that are definitely out of your control. And there's not much you can do to stop them, even though you may be able to slow them down a bit. All right, so now your advice for the month moving forward. Your crystal angel card is the Azurite. Let's try to focus. All right, it says here, deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. All right, you guys. So it's definitely time. It's time to look within, to introduce yourself to your own shadow, and to build a new hope for the future. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this tarot reading. And of course, if you liked this video, be sure to give me a big old like. And be sure to click subscribe down below if you are not yet a subscriber. And thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.